Welcome everyone, Farmer Cup here. This is going to be part 2 to my script mods guide. So as script mods start coming out on the mod hub, which there's a lot out right now, so I got to play a little bit of catch up here. I'm going to do a quick guide to cover 10 of them at a time. So we're going to cover 10 script mods in this video, and then we'll continue from there. But yeah, the first mod we're going to cover is actually the Lumberjack mod. This is by Loki79, 17 kilobytes to download. Again, these are all for PC and Mac players only because they're all script mods. So yeah, what are the features of this? Well, this is a wood cutting mod, so Lumberjack mod makes sense. It's something to do with your chainsaw and all forestry type stuff. So what this does is says targeting marker to identify chainsaw aim at point at all times. So you can see it at all times, theoretically speaking. So you can see as we're going up there, it's still showing up even though it normally would not. Easily destroy small piece of wood, similar to removing superficial branches. 2 times faster chainsaw cutting, 3 times increased chainsaw range. As you can see, I can cut pretty close to this right here. Or I don't have to be as close. I think before you had to be really close to it, but I can do it from way back here. So there you go. 4 times increased object pickup range. Cut trees anywhere on the map, even on land that cannot be purchased, e.g. around the shop. Display massive viewed objects in the F1 menu. So again, it'll show me how much the tree weighs after I cut it down. So we'll go ahead and actually cut it down here real quick to show some of these things off. So look how fast that goes actually to the tree. That's much faster than base game. Of course, it's not going to do it for me, but if you want to have auto super strength, you can toggle it by hitting the Alt key. I'm just going to knock that over there just to demonstrate another feature. I also can destroy stumps if I come up to this, hold down the Alt button. There you go. Actually, I don't have to hold down the Alt button, just get over it there. When you see that red circle, boom, I can destroy stumps that way. And then if I look at this, it'll show me the weight of it down there, bottom right hand corner. It'll show me how many tons it is, so I can do that. Very cool, very cool. So I'm trying to make sure, yeah, that's basically the main things of it. But look how fast this thing just chops through logs very, very quickly. So there you go. That is the Lumberjack mod. Those are just the basics of it there. It should help you out quite a bit if you're doing some forestry stuff. But there you go. All right, the next mod is the click to switch mod. This is by the courseplay.dev team. This is 14 kilobytes to download. So what this does is it allows you to, if you have these 2 vehicles here, I can hold or hit the right mouse button and I'll see a cursor come up on the screen, which is actually kind of useful if you play in a full screen but windowed mode, so you can actually go off of the game by scrolling off that way to go look at another screen or something like that. But past that, what I can do if I wanted to go to this tractor, I can click on it and it'll switch me over. Hold down the right mouse button to activate it. I can switch back and forth. The click to switch just allows you to switch back and forth between vehicles. Now there's a vehicle over there I wanted to go to. I could click it and it would let me go there. So kind of useful if that's what you guys want to have go on. Now do be careful. I have noticed sometimes you can do it inside the menu. This one seems to have it fixed. At least the FS19 version allowed you to do that. So that seems to be fixed now. But there you go. That is the click to switch mod. This next one is the RealClock mod. This one is very, very, very simple here. This is by Vertex Design and Silvacon. This is 14 kilobytes to download. This is, again, PC Mac players only. What it does is up in the upper right-hand corner, and I should zoom in for you, you'll see a actual real-life clock up there. That is the actual real time. Now, if you go read the actual description to the mod, there's a ton of ways you can adjust that and edit it or adjust the format, however you want to go about that. I'm not going to go into the details of all that, but just want to basically explain what it does, which is very simple. It just adds a real clock into the game as an overlay for you based on your computer's time. So there you go. That is the RealClock mod. All right, the next one is the additional currencies mod by Rockstar, 24 kilobytes to download. This adds additional currencies into the game. It adds Brazilian real, Chinese yens, Czech korunas, I'm probably going to pronounce some of these horribly wrong, I apologize, Hungarian forints, Japanese yen, Norwegian krona, Polish zloty, Romanian leu, Russian rubles, South Korean won, Swiss francs, Turkish lira, Ukrainian hryvnia. I probably said some of those wrong, but you should be able to switch between all of these in here. Now, I don't believe it does any actual conversion. See, 43,495 up there. Well, let's see. If we go to... Oh, it does. So it converts it over for you. So you see that 777 up there. Very cool. So if we go to here, I bet you the prices in the store... What's one that's got a very high value? Let's see here. Oop, that one has a very high value there. So if we go in the store here, you can see stuff is much more expensive, 6.4 for that. So it converts everything up, which is pretty cool. So really cool mod, very, very cool. But that is the additional currencies mod by Rockstar. And I should also note, totally forgot to mention it, with that mod down here, you have the currency converter off. So if you don't want it to actually change it, you can leave it there and it will keep it all the same no matter what you're on. But you can have that on or off for you. So just note that. That's my bad on that. There is a currency converter, and it all bases it off of the euros there. So just be aware of that. I forgot to mention that as well. All right, next we have the Extra Gears mod. This is by Barry Carlyon. This is 11 kilobytes to download. What this does is it adds keybinds for missing gears. So inside the keybind menu, you have several extra gear options in here to be able to shift to different gears. You have different gear groups you can make. So yeah, very cool. Shift up, down, group down. You can do all sorts of different stuff in here and kind of adjust it however you want. So it adds a bunch of different key bindings available to you to be able to do whatever, well, you want to do as far as all that goes. So there you go. That is the Extra Gears mod. All right, the next mod is the Train Stop mod. This is by LSMT 19 Blue Dragon 83, 10 kilobytes to download. What it does is it stops the train. The train is not moving there until I go up to here and I rent it, and now should theoretically start moving towards us. There we go. We can see it's coming at us now. So what it'll do, we'll give it a second to get here. All right, we can see the train coming. So now if I decided to stop it, I can return it. And it will come to a stop once it can. Just like that. Now, of course, this might be an obnoxious place to stop it. Hence, that'll continue to go off. But anyhow, the train will stop and go as needed. Make sure you keep it rented until it gets back on the map if you send it away to a different sell point, such as, well, on Elm Creek to Gold Crest Valley. But there you go. That is the Train Stop mod. All right, next up, we have the Cultivator Field Creator by Wopster, 14 kilobytes to download. What this does is allows you to create fields with any cultivator. So you used to only be able to use plows to create fields, but you can now do it with subsoilers, cultivators, disc harrows. And if you look up there in the upper left-hand corner, we now have the Y to allow create fields. I can lower this down, and I can create fields now with this disc harrow here. So very cool. We're getting sped up now. There we go. But yeah, you now are able to create fields basically with anything that can do any field prep of any sort. So very cool mod, very useful. Allows you to, again, create fields with anything. So there you go. All right, the next mod is the Mobile Workshop mod by Rockstar. This is 13 kilobytes to download. So what you do is you walk up to this guy, and it says N over there in the upper left-hand corner, N to open vehicle options. So I can come out here, and, well, I can customize it. So if I wanted to take the weight off, I could do that. I could do all sorts of things on it. And then if I wanted to come back here to my cultivator, same thing. I can hit N to open up the options. It basically gives you a repair point wherever you're at. So very cool. That is the Mobile Workshop. All right, next up we have the Grass Mowing mod by Loki79. This is 14 kilobytes to download. This makes grass harvestable from the first stage of growth. So this little bit of grass here is actually now mowable. If I go across it here. Now it does adjust proportionately how much you're gonna get. So you can see we're not getting a ton, but we are still mowing it at its first stage. So you can mow grass at any stage with the Grass Mowing mod. But there you go, and that applies to all grass, not just field grass. There also applies to grass that would be found in a meadow or grass along the side of a road or anything like that. But there you go, that is the Grass Mowing mod. All right, next up we have the Power Tools mod by W33ZI. This is 25 kilobytes to download. Now this has a lot of features to it. This is basically the F12 button. So if I hit F12 with this installed, I can spawn objects and materials. So I can spawn, well, a pallet, bales, all sorts of different bale sizes. So if I wanted to spawn that, I could do that. Or I could spawn a pallet of, well, maybe I want some grapes. There we go. I just spawned a pallet of grapes, just like that. So I can spawn pallets of basically everything I want. Well, I can't move these right now, but if I go into here, I can toggle super strength, and I can move that out of my way. I can move this out of my way, just like that. If I go into here, I can turn it back off. If I go back into here, I can do flight mode, easily like that. If I go back in there, oop, I entered my vehicle there. We can turn flight mode off. I can also turn off the HUD screen, which we'll turn that back on. But yeah, and then another thing, add remove money. I can either subtract $1,000 and then hit add or remove money, or if I go down here, I can actually, if I scroll back over, yeah, let's go back over. You can save the game and exit to the main menu as well from here. But if I wanted to go back to this one, I can hit equals or plus. Plus will add money. If I hit equals, I can set my money. Let's say I want 5 million in the bank. I can set it and look up there. We're set at $5 million. It'll take out what you need there. Now, also for this vehicle, I can go into here if I am inside of a vehicle, and I can go, let's go back to there, fill vehicle. I can fill the harvester with, well, any crop I wanted. This also works for trailers and anything else like that. I also can go in here, fill vehicle. I can go to our diesel tank, fill our diesel tank. So it has two different options in there. I can fill that with diesel. So there we go. Very cool, very useful mod. That is the Power Tools mod by W33ZL, or ZL, not ZI, sorry, I apologize. But that is our final mod for the day, guys. That is everything for you, for what I have for today. If you guys enjoyed, please drop a like down below. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button up on the screen to join the Farmer Cop channel, and turn on your notification bell so you don't miss any future videos I may post. This has been Farmer Cop. Thank you guys for coming and for watching.